僕の足元に乾いた街に空に飲まれたこの星の定めから君のための光探している Another world keep my away I don't wanna go You're right by my side Even if we see a city of darkness I miss you again Take you in sunshine 生きてゆくこの世界で
Argila! Wait for me!
Careful, guys. Hey, Heat. Don't run too fast, okay?
Oh, come on! Surf and Sarah are way ahead of us!
Hey, Fred. What is this leaf made out of?
Data. It's like people's thoughts.
Data?
People have always wondered about things. Questions like, who are we? Or what is this world really made of? They discovered molecules and atoms, and then they found even smaller particles. Finally, the most basic building block was so small that it could only be defined as data. You and the forest are essentially the same. It all goes back to people's thoughts. Thoughts are carried on until they return to their origins, and then...
I don't really get it.
It's okay. I didn't either at your age. But now, I think I do. Where we came from and where we're going. The world set on the verge of death. Science, created by men who acted as gods, assumed our image and betrayed its creator's purpose. Mankind signed a contract for great power and wealth. Without realizing, they had signed their own death warrant. I suppose it couldn't be helped, with people wasting their minds on drinking and worse. But the ones picking up the tab had quite the price to pay. Needless to say, it was a lot more serious than paying off the barkeeper. The blazing black sun, ruins and wastelands stretching as far as the eye could see, plants withered from the corrupt data of the sunlight. And people turned to stone, trapped forever between life and death. The survivors were forced underground, far away from their old lives. The lucky few chosen by the Karma Society lived in a sanctuary formed of God's wisdom, oblivious to the chaos outside. Hell, that's what it was, hell.
Find them?
No, sir.
Alpha Team, begin a search to the south. You men, follow me. Roger.
But they lived through a hell far worse than that. The junkyard, a city of rusted iron and constant rain.
I've come to help everyone.
Its people lived in divided tribes and committed themselves to a never-ending war, all for a chance to reach the paradise called Nirvana. Given the power of Atma, demons, by the Karma Temple, they ended the war with gnashing teeth as enemies devoured enemies. At last, they materialized here in this world, searching for the girl who held the key to everything.
So, you're saying this dump is supposed to be Nirvana?
Based on the information at hand, it's a logical conclusion. I assume the others arrived here as well.
These kids, except for the soldiers, are the only people I've seen, but I'm sure Cielo and Heat are okay.
We must locate Sarah. This world and the junkyard. And our true identities. Sarah has answers.
We'll have to take care of those guys outside first. Who are they, anyway? They just attacked without warning.
They're Karma Society soldiers, duh.
Society?
Don't you know anything? The soldiers come from Karma City to, hunt other humans.
They hunt? That's right, for food. Those bastards can turn into demons. They eat whoever they can get their hands on.
And the Black Sun? The statues? Are those related to the Karma Society as well?
You cannot be serious. Of course they're related. The old hag that discovered the stone disease is their boss. Savior of all mankind, my butt.
Our logical destination should be Karma City.
No way! You're gonna get killed!
They may have captured our comrades.
So we're in the same boat, aren't we?
Do you know of a route to the city?
Sorry, I don't. But I know a guy who does. He's kind of a loser, though. So...
May we meet him? In return, we will help you rescue your comrades.
if this is a trick, you'll regret it. I don't trust you adults.
I thought you were fighting against the society. We are making this agreement as warriors. Why would a warrior's age be relevant?
Warriors, huh?
Okay. It's a deal then. All right, I'll take you guys to Roland.
The child is aggressing. Attack him!
Whoa, it's just a handshake. Haven't you ever shaken hands before?
That's Surf. He's the leader of our tribe. I'm Argilla. Mr. Personality here is Gale.
Okay then. Come on, follow me, Surf.
And welcome to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 2. Along that, welcome to the real world. As Argilla pointed out, it's a little bit dumpy. But we are dumped off in this dumpy apartment in the dumpy real world, with Argilla and Gale by our side. No Heat in sight, and Cielo is also MIA. And, of course, we are still cursed to be demons, so we still gotta devour. What do you think, Argilla? Yeah, that's, two of the worst people who could possibly be missing, and they're missing. Alright, let's get Gale's assessment of the situation. Well, I'm not really sure what you're basing that on, but we don't have any other leads, and I guess Karma Temple and Karma Society, works well enough. Here is Fred, the plucky young lad who is distrustful of adults, but is willing to help us out. Alright, I have a feeling we're going to come into conflict with those society goons. Let's just take a look at the menu. As you can see, Argilla and Gale still have their portraits from the first game, but Surf is rocking a spiffy new portrait. Oh, I kind of like his previous one. Now, if you notice, our stats are a fair deal higher than they were in the start of the previous game. This is because in Digital Devil Saga 1, I have mastered all the mantras on every single character and then imported my completed save data into this game. As a bonus for mastering every single mantra, every character starts with +5 to all of their statistics. And since a level up is 3 points, that is essentially like 8 level ups there, so 5 stats, 25 points overall, pretty good. And we start off pretty similarly to how we did in the first game. Gale is subbing in for Heat as our physical bruiser here, so he has Body Rush and Mad Rush. Though, of course, he is learning Force-type skills. Argilla is on Earth, and she does not have her taboo against devouring, so she will actually devour to gain AP at this point in the game. And Surf, of course, is working on Devourer. Now, as you probably noticed, the mantras are consolidated onto a single screen. There is no more mantra menu. Instead, we've got a new option at the bottom here, the recover option, which, as the game says, characters will just use the appropriate healing skills automatically. Very convenient. Now, one thing I'm actually going to do right away, and this might seem a little counterintuitive, but we have a special skill in our menu here, the Human Form skill. This is a skill that you are awarded upon playing New Game Plus, and yes, this is a New Game Plus file, but you may be noticing, wait a second, if this is New Game Plus, where's all your fancy skills? Well, that is because I am playing on the hard difficulty, newly introduced, or perhaps I should say reintroduced, because there was a hard mode in Nocturne, to Digital Devil Saga 2. Hard mode increases a lot of the difficulty of the game. The enemies hit harder, you deal less damage, all that good stuff. And there are various other under-the-hood adjustments that make the game a lot more tricky. Now, Human Form is a largely useless passive, but at this stage of the game, it can be used in conjunction with another skill to do some pretty decent damage, which we will be seeing in a bit. Now, let's just talk to Fred's friend over here. I think this kid has a name, but I forget what it is, because it doesn't come up in the main cutscenes, really. And we came from the junkyard, of course, but that's enough of me blabbling along while we were in this apartment. First, we want to hang south at this little doorway here. Yeah, it looks like there's a search party out for us, and we open this up. As you can see, we have actual treasure chests this time instead of nodes, and we have chakra drops. Very nice. We'll probably need a few of those early on, since we don't start with too much MP. Let's get on out of here. Not too much more treasure to grab in this apartment area. So let's head out onto the occupied sector street. Got a jaunty little theme here. I like it a lot. This game has a really good soundtrack, as did the first game. And I hope you will be able to enjoy the rockin' tunes as we go along. But there is no treasure on this road, so let's just head down to this ladder right here and get down into the occupied sector proper. Okay, nothing that way. But here... Hey, that looks familiar. If I'm not mistaken, that's a large karma terminal. If this works like it did in the junkyard, we can save our game here. Let's check it out. Well, no slot for the tag ring. We can just do our business at a handy little computer terminal. Now we have the Get Mantra option here, but as you can see, our access is denied. Looks like we're not able to get mantras ourselves. Like before, it has a teleport option. This option actually comes up considerably less often in this game, which we'll be getting to that when we get to that, but it's kind of annoying throughout it. And of course, since this is a large terminal, we can restore here. But let's save our game real quick. I cut the save screen there because there were some minor spoilers in my save files, so didn't want to get any plot leads on the game out of the way before we get a chance to actually see them proper. Yep. Do I sense an ambush? Well, of course. Tuning? I wonder if that's how they refer to turning into demons. Yeah, we may have been powered down considerably from being in the junkyard, which you probably noticed in the screen. We are level 1 all over again. But that does not mean we lost our fighting ability. Or I suppose I should say our tactical acumen. And of course we get a nice little transformation sequence here. This game has a couple cutscenes like this that are just rendered in-engine. And Vayu making his appearance, and Prithvi again with her toothy breast maw. We're ready to tear some up. Of course, even though Argilla transformed right there, because she has the human form passive, she is, well, human. Because with Void Ice set on Surf, we can use the Earth Shot combo. Let's hit him with that, because these Androsses are weak to Earth. And this is going to be way more damage than Argilla can hope to do on her own, and honestly, more than any other character can hope to do on their own at this point. So that's why I'm going to have Argilla stick to human form, just so she can land these heavy Earth shots. Now, Earth Shot is not particularly practical on the action economy, so to speak, but it isn't that much less effective by having all my characters act individually, and accounting for stuff like resistances, it may very well outdamage what my characters might be able to do individually, so it's worthwhile to use at this point. As you can see, Surf leveled up here, very similarly to the previous game, all of his points going into magic. But when I say all of his points, I mean literally all of his points are going to be going into magic in this game. Ooh, that's very lucky compared to the previous game, because with that huge starting boost we got, it's really less critical that I invest into anything but magic. However, once we do cap magic, it'll be a little bit more different once we get to that point. I see Gale has got quite the way with children. But yes, now that we've traumatized Fred even more in his already pretty stressful life, it seems, let's get on our way through going through the rest of the occupied sector. Okay. Got another strong presence here. Let's see what they got waiting for us. Looks like they've got somebody captured. Well, we can't let them get away with that. Yeesh. These guys are brutal. I suppose a ghost is a somewhat accurate term, all things considered. And once again, more guys transform. And these guys are Zens. These guys are weak to ice. They are also weak to guns, so conveniently Argilla is able to strike their weakness already in her human form. And we'll just have Gale finish this guy off with a body rush. Very nice. Now, physical attacks in this game, I did not use physical attacks very much in Digital Devil Saga 1, and that was honestly because they just weren't that good in that game. They took way too long to get to the higher tiers, and the damage just wasn't that great compared to Magic. They're a lot better in this game, and I'll be using them much more heavily. But we'll get into that more when we get better skills at our disposal. As you can see, Gale has already mastered his first mantra, so he's not going to be getting anything too interesting beyond what he just learned there for a while. Well, we saved the lady, but she seems a little less than appreciative. Guess that's what we have to deal with. Seems Fred's already warmed up to us a little bit. That's nice. Then again, I guess we are staving off his death by cannibalism, so that might indebted him to us a little bit. Alright, on the road to Roland. Let's go. But before we head forward, of course, Gale learned some new skills, but he does not set them automatically, so let's get that done. Alright, heading forward. As you can see, we've got a little recovery point here. We haven't really used up any MP or too much of our HP, really, but may as well use it while we're here. Alright, let's get back into the alleyways. Now... Man, these guys are all around like cockroaches. Or I suppose foxes. You know, I know that a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal, but I'm not sure how ghosts fits into that equation. They seem familiar with the Embryon, but they're scoffing at our assertion that we are the Embryon. Alright, we got Bugaboo and Kelpie here. Both of these guys are weak to force. So I'm just gonna have... I'm just gonna have Surf launch a normal attack. Let's have Gale do a Zan on the Kelpie. Okay, I think that should do some good damage there, and then Argilla can just take this guy out. Very nice. Yeah, the reason I'm not casting Ice on the Bugaboo is because he is actually resistant to it. He's also resistant to Fizz, actually. Oh well, saves me some MP. Probably would have been smarter to have Surf slap the Kelpie instead, but that's just something I can keep in mind for the next encounter we get into. Yeah, we better get on our way. As you can hear, the music has changed. This is a more downbeat track. I really like this one when the guitars kick in. Alright, but first, we want to... Yeah, no, this is the right way. Let's head on this way. And we want to take this turn to the east. We see a chest over there, but... Yeah, of course, there's an ambush. Now this time... these guys are going to get to go first, and that is a little unfortunate, though not the end of the world. As you can probably imagine, the Huapo is weak to ice, but we've had that opportunity shut off from us. Still, we can still beat her down with our physical attacks. Let's have this guy take a Zan. Oh, well. Too bad I couldn't get a crit earlier. That would have given us the turn we needed. And let's finish this guy off. Alright, not too bad. And more level ups. The level ups are going to be coming fast and heavy in this game. Let's get more magic going. Very good level up on Argilla there. Very Argilla-y level up. And a Dispute. Very nice. As you can see, we have new level up occurrences in this game. Much like Nocturne, when demons level up, our party members can also provide us with items when they level up. That was not something they could do in the previous game. Sometimes they'll give us good stuff, like stat boosters. Most of the time they'll give us junk like Disputes, though. More revival beads. I'm gonna need plenty of those throughout this game. Now, and at this point we can start getting into random encounters. As you can see, we've got the Zens right here, but we can just dumpster these guys. Now, as I was saying, I'm playing on hard mode, and this game is definitely a fair deal more difficult than Digital Devil Saga 1, as you'd probably expect, since if you already played through that game, you're gonna need more compelling challenges to keep you engaged. So I'm definitely going to be saving a lot more often, and I only had one on-screen game over in Digital Devil Saga 1, but there's a very real chance that I'll get a couple of those in this game, because there are some very nasty enemy encounters that you can run into, and if they go first, well, they can show you the business, let me tell you. We want to go behind this shipping container here, because we can get some Panaceas. Very nice. And let's stop at this small terminal. And I think that's where we'll call it for this first video. So, I'll overwrite the save that I made here. Here is my new cycle data that I loaded from. Here is our save data here. We will save here. And when we come back, we will make our way out of the occupied sector and hopefully make it to Roland. And if all goes according to plan, he might be able to help us find Heat and Cielo. But that'll be for next time. So, until then, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. But until then, goodbye.